Okay. So, I'm pretty sure my entire neighborhood is full of bots at this point, or I don't even know, affiliates with this kind of thing, but all around the neighborhood, everybody's listening to this. There's a house over the back, which I'll get to. I want to do a video where I want to shoot all these houses. There's a house over the back directly overlooking mine with windows always open, watching. Pretty sure they've installed like camera surveillance in this house, which I just moved into a year ago. Yeah, so this is where I'm at now, in Lakeview, Adelaide. And surprisingly, I got approved for a house, and I didn't expect that to happen. I mean, eventually I did, but I was shocked when I did get approved, knowing that everybody thinks they know me, as I've been branded the Mutt, which actually means mother, if you want to look that up. And in my opinion, a mother that is a problem for these people gets branded a Mutt. So they can be targeted, abused, discredited, silenced, and basically it's going to be very hard to talk, like for them to be able to talk and speak their truth, isn't it, if you can do that to them. So yeah, I got approved for this place a year ago, and was really like surprised, happy. Moved in all by myself, like literally one person. Yeah, very suspicious about this place, actually. See, now they're going to go like super hard. That's why I know these people are connected to this. And why did I get approved for this place? And since I've been here, the sadistic, like demonic activity has been insane. Absolutely insane. I don't even know what's going on, but that's probably going to have to be for another video. But yeah, they're definitely watching me in here. When I say certain things, things light up. There's a Google Nest. I don't even know what that's doing here because I can't control it at all. And it lights up occasionally when it hears me speaking or when I go to bed. But either way, like none of this is all just speculation. But the facts are, I was approved for this house a year ago. I'm pretty sure that these people own it because now all of a sudden they're trying to sell it. I did stipulate on my application, like, you know, me and my son looking for a long-term place. We've been through a rough patch. And so, yeah, I made it very clear that we were only looking for something that was going to be long-term for us because of, you know, our circumstances. So not even a year has passed, and yeah, I got told that they're trying to sell the house now. And I don't know if that's got anything to do with the fact that I walk around constantly abusing them back, which I have been for the last 5 years. Eventually you do, you know, you've had enough. And for people who didn't see maybe my other video, about 5 years ago, a psychic connection was formed. Worst possible thing I could ever imagine happening to a mum, I guess, or a father or any person, was connected to my son's abuser, Paul, in a psychic, like, telepathic connection. And I guess I should elaborate on that. So, before I moved here, I was living in Northfield, where there's actually quite a lot of activity around that area, trafficking. And this is all a body of information that I have collected, researched over the past, like, 5 years, I guess. As soon as this psychic connection came in, things changed dramatically and reached like next level. And I didn't even realize it at the time that while I was battling all of this, I was researching and learning about them and their tactics and what they do, and even information about what they're currently doing, what is going on, who they're connected to. There are several houses over that area, and yeah, I totally know what position I'm in, and I totally know what, you know, is possibly coming for me. But my son's gone now. I haven't seen him for a long time, and I don't even know if he's being currently abused, actually. They want me to bounce kind of all over the place, which is why I generally write all this down and I can keep it straight. But I'm just going to have to go with it. It's just going to have to be this. I'm a major introvert and I don't like this kind of thing anyway. So, yeah, there's a lot of like roadblocks. So 5 years ago, I was laying in bed, you know, getting ready to go to sleep. Nothing unusual. Hear a ruckus happen in a house over the back, a 2-story house, where I know these people are connected. This is in Brown Street, Northfield, and I don't give a fuck about any of these people at all. I'm defending my son. I'm not defending you. You need to understand that. Whatever the consequences, I'm going to stand by my son and I'm going to speak the truth about what you've done to him. Because he's not the only child. And when people don't do that, you know, they get worse and more brash. Look at what they've done to him. Jet, my child, who is now 13, who was 10, when they psyoped him and had someone come into his mind and start speaking to him and remotely, or whatever you call, remotely targeting him in that way, psychically. He was 10 when that happened, and I was with him in his bedroom, putting him to bed. And being a psychic and a channel, I heard this person speak to him. And then I had to deal with my son's reaction, and I'm not going to go any further into this right now. I'm going to come back. So with me, 5 years ago, I was laying in bed. I hear a ruckus in the house over the back. I actually heard Paul's voice, which is probably what made me even notice what was going on. So I basically heard him defending me, which he was obsessed with both of us, so I can maybe understand why that would be, but he is still a sociopath and did abuse my son. So then I hear a commotion and a girl screaming, you know, like, put the gun down sort of thing, like, 'cause put it down. So this was full on, right? Full on. Immediately a thought crossed my mind to just, like, don't defend me. Like, if someone's gonna get, I felt like someone's gonna get hurt. And that's it. That thought just crossed my mind. Like, oh no, you know, someone's going to get hurt here. So next thing I know, we were connected consciously or psychically, however you want to say that. But all of a sudden he was in my head. This was a one-way kind of thing. Excuse me. Yeah, so at first, everyone was shocked. Obviously, I was alone in my home. There were maybe 3 or 4 people in that house, and immediately I could hear them all shocked and surprised, and he's saying, yes, no, I'm telling you, I am psychically connected to her, and I can tell you what she's going to do now, and what she's going to say, and what she's going to do. And so he proved that that was true to them, because I immediately leaped out of bed, went and had a cigarette, or walked around the house, or had a cup of tea or something. And every second, you know, he was like relaying what I was doing and what I was thinking, until they were like, yeah, no, I totally believe you. You know, no one could know this. So that's kind of how it went down. And I don't know if later on they found out that this was like why this connection happened. But at this time, everybody was shocked. Nobody knew what to do with this. This was in 2019. And this also correlates to bigger things that happened on the planet then. So he was feeding them information about me, whoever he was connected to at the time. I could hear him feeding that information. So everything I did was like, she's pouring this, she's doing... You know what I mean? Just relaying everything, excuse me, that I was doing. And I start sneezing and coughing, and like it's all going to be happening now. Yeah, he was able to visually see through my eyes as well, which, you know, is really hard to deal with. And kind of makes you not want to go out the house, or, you know, even talk to people, and this is what they intend. There's suicide programming that they do to you as well. If they can avoid getting their hands dirty and have you, I keep leaning way up. If they can avoid getting their hands dirty and have you kill yourself, then that works much better for them. Sorry, I'm just... Yeah, so I've seen this person since then 4 times. Not spoken to, just on the street, or, yeah. Because I'm really worried about this, being confused with the wrong person, okay? This pole that I was in a relationship with is approximately 38 now. Approximately 38 now. Looks very young, like a man-child kind of look, I guess. But yeah, this was going back a while. Dark hair, green eyes. I don't even want to be saying this. This makes me fucking want to vomit. But I'm not about any kind of deception here. This has to be the exact truth. And this is who this person is. He is a seriously psychotic sociopath. And they tend to fly under the radar, like particularly sociopaths. And they will almost be outwardly the opposite sometimes. Many different things. But yeah, I saw him. Yeah, so get this. I saw him the first time. I was in a wheelchair near my son's school when I was picking up my son. Yeah. Don't really know what to make of that. But yeah, it was just like rolling along the side of the road in a wheelchair as I drove by. The reason I'm bringing all this information out is I don't really care what people think of me, if they believe that any of this is even true. I don't really care, but me putting this truth out there is honouring my son and honouring all the kids that this have happened to. Because if more people had stood up and said, you know what, fuck you, you're not coming for my child. I'm going to make the biggest mess you have ever seen. Then these people might think twice. And when they did come for my son, I threw the fuck down. And I don't mean violently. I mean intelligently. I haven't had the opportunity to even be violent with them because nobody will front me at all. Nobody will get in my face. None of these people that are broadcasting any of this could ever confront me with any of these accusations. They could never stand in my face, or not even confront me with that, but they could never look me in the face or look me in the eye because of what they've done. It would be so obvious to everybody. It would be game over for them. If there were a confrontation, whether it were just verbal, just like, never gonna happen. It is never gonna happen because everyone's gonna see immediately, yep, you're guilty. The second time I saw him was walking his push bike on Grand Junction Road. I had picked up my son from school and was driving back home to Northfield. He was on the side of the road, wheeling his bike. So he was like walking with the bike, wheeling. And he also had a camera in the other hand, like that, as we were coming towards him on the road. His camera was facing us. And he was pushing his bike with a massive smirk on his face, a big grin on his face. And all happened very quickly, but immediately I heard... See, I'd been tapped into my son's channel since this happened. And I can hear like what they're communicating to him. I don't know if this is intended and it's all part of the torture, or it's just something that happens with a parent and a child or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, what was said to him, immediately I heard a male voice, you know who that is, don't you, buddy? That's your mate, Paul. You know he loves you. And it's pretty hard not to want to just you know, smash my camera, smash something. Next time I saw him, he was driving by my house there with a dark-haired female. I suspect that this meth head skank that is responsible for all this, and yeah, I'm coming for you. I suspect she probably dyed her hair dark, like the same color as me. There's so much weird, gross stuff happening here. I can't even. And then I saw him one other time in a car at the front of my house as well. So initially it was just him talking to me, well, observing me, whatever. There was a channel opened, you know, a psychic channel. And then things evolved and I could hear other people as well. So I'm not sure whether I was hearing what was going on in his world kind of thing, like the conversations he was having, or people had jumped on, you know what I mean, jumped onto my channel for the purposes of like trying to torture me or whatever. So I don't actually know the logistics of that, but that's what happened. I started to hear lots of other people communicating with him as well. I even picked up a couple of voices that I recognize, ex-friends, and I'm suspecting that this podcast, YouTube channel, however, these people are voicing their feral shit and have absolutely destroyed this child's life and privacy. I'm not even sure like where to look for this at all. I've looked up things like mutt. I don't even know where to look. I cannot find anything. I have not heard 1 second of this thing. I don't even know. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if that's a good thing or if it's a bad thing. I don't even know if I would have been able to keep my cool together if I were hearing it. I can hear it all around the neighborhood. Cars driving past me, people listening to this. I can't find it. So I've been blocked from finding this. My devices have been hacked. So before I even get to put a video up or do anything or even look at my phone, someone else is watching it. God, you just have no idea of the level of feralness. These people were letting themselves into my house at Northfield, pissing in my shower. Like I would come home to that. I'm only speaking about me, all right? Because if I start speaking about my son, I am going to start smashing things up, or I'm just going to start losing it. So I have to speak about how this is affecting me. And all I can hope is that anyone who ever goes through anything can take a tiny thing from this and understand how fucking powerful you are and how these people are losers. Like, the SRA abuse is a joke. It is a joke. I've had these people shitting themselves. I'm not even going to lie to you right now. Of course, they can crank it up to next level. And that's what they're going to do now. They've heard that I'm doing all this. And, you know, now they want to make an example out of me. So they'll probably physically try and, you know, dispose of me now. This has been like, oh, we don't want to get our hands dirty, so we're going to remotely target her. Try and get her to commit suicide. So yeah, that's what this has been. I think someone at the door, I'm sorry.